Looks like we're good to go. All right, welcome everyone. We're at the Oklahoma State Wrestling Google Hangout. Got some pretty cool people here joining me. On the left-hand side of your screen, you got Alex Dieringer. Give him a wave, Alex. right after him, you got Coach John Smith, the legend, the myth. Take a bow. And right there, we got Chris Perry and Tyler Caldwell. Yeah, Tyler needs a haircut for sure.
Come on now.
And we have with us from the Oklahoman, Trent Shadid. He's going to ask a couple questions for us as well. So thanks, guys, for coming on. I know you guys just got done with practice, so we do appreciate your time. But, yeah, so I just got an opening question for Coach Smith. And then we can just sort of get it going from there, you know. So just start with last season. You guys came up so close at the end there. Came down to the finals bouts. How's that experience affected the team throughout the summer, the off season, you know, and what kind of boost does that experience give you going into this season with such, you know, you got experienced guys coming back from that?
Well, I think it does a lot for you, you know, from the standpoint of, you know, where we started last year, where we ended up, closed the gap quite a bit on, you know, a couple of the top teams at the time, and I think what it does, it makes a believer out of you that, you know, it can happen, it will happen, and for us, we're kind of in the same position, it appears. It looks like we're kind of chasing from behind a little bit, but we have a fine example from last year that that's something we can do during the season is close that gap and continue to take some of the guys that we really need, and of course our top guys performing well, but the guys like Eddie Kilmara or Austin Marsden, you know, ranked 10th or 15th in the country doesn't do a lot for you. You know, you got to make sure that you're moving well past that.
Right. When guys like Marston made the Fila Junior team, he was wrestling a lot this summer. So is Alex. I mean, that's obviously got to help them, give them a boost going into this, getting that experience, right?
Well, I think anytime you get a chance to wrestle some of the world's best wrestlers, and regardless if it's freestyle or collegiate or Greco, you know, something positive comes out of it. You know, you may be upset that you're that far away from someone, or you feel good about the way you performed against some highly quality people, and you know, there's never a disadvantage to competing internationally, and never.
Right. Well, Chris Perry, how's it going, man?
Good. What's going on?
Not much. So, you know, you won the NCAAs last year. Coming off that title, you're now ranked #1. You're the top dog, right?
Hit with the question. We know it's coming.
Oh, I got plenty of them, you know. So right now, let's just start with how are you approaching this season? You have such a deep weight class, you know, maybe the deepest in NCAA. How are you approaching this with that, you know, #1 top dog status, you know, gunning at you?
Just the same way as last year, you know, nothing to lose, just go out and wrestle and compete, and, you know, right now I'm just training, staying focused on my training, and, you know, nothing to lose, just go let it go this year, have fun with it, and, you know, help our team as much as I can, but I'll make sure I'm taking care of myself as well.
Yeah, so I'm curious, did you see that match the other day, Hal and Brown?
Yeah, we caught the end of, or most of the end of it, of that whole duel, but yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, that's the guy you wrestled in the NCAA finals last year, you know, and Hal's coming into your weight this year. So I mean, those are two of the top guys you're going to face. Do you have any thoughts on them?
Both good opponents, you know, both good hand fighters, but you know, I've wrestled guys at that quality my whole life. You know, I did all summer, and I got the opportunity to compete overseas, like Coach said, and I've wrestled some guys overseas that are the best guys in the world, and I mean, I think it's another challenge I'll be ready to accept, and, you know, nothing to make a big deal about, just go out and wrestle and see who wins.
Awesome. All right, hey, Trent, you got any questions for our guys real quick?
Sure. For Coach Smith, you guys have typically had a really tough schedule, tough dual schedule. You've got 4 of the top 5 teams on it this year, with you guys being the other team in the top 5. In what ways does that benefit the team?
Well, I think one, you get a chance to gauge yourself pretty regularly throughout the season against a quality team. We have OU twice. There's 2 Bedlam matches, and of course we have Iowa right now, and Minnesota and Penn State as well on the schedule. So, it's an opportunity. It's kind of spread out throughout the year. And in the end, that's who we want to be wrestling. We want to be trying to compete against the teams that have an opportunity to excel at the end. And normally you're going to have matchups that are going to be quality matchups, maybe matchups you'll see again in the semifinals or the finals. So, we were glad to get Penn State on the schedule this year, and it's going to be a home-and-home event. And hopefully that will remain on our schedule. So, as far as preparation, I see it as a big plus and gives us an opportunity to get excited about big dual meets. The big dual meets are probably the greatest thing we have in college wrestling.
All right, so Tyler, how you doing, buddy?
It's going well.
All right, man. So I got to ask a question. You've had some strangely tough weight classes. You've had Burroughs, Dake, Howe, all those guys, right? So what's your mindset going into your senior year? Coming up, 5th, 2nd, 3rd. What are you going to do to get on top of the podium this year?
That's a pretty simple question, really. This can't be denied. Can't let have the excuse, I've been in tough weights, or the Hodge Trophy winner's been 165 the last 3 or 4 years. That can't be an excuse or reason not to win. I just got to go in with the attitude, and I can't be denied, and just keep plugging away and picking away, and working on those little things, those little areas that are maybe hold me back from winning.
Could you talk about maybe how you prepare for a guy like David Taylor? You wrestled him last year, so you know what he's like. But I mean, he's been pretty dominant in the weight, aside from wrestling just 1 or 2 guys. So what's your game plan for a guy like that? Who most people are picking to do a lot of good things this year.
I think that's an easy one. It's just putting up points. You got to score. You got to put up points on a guy like that, and you got to keep attacking the whole time, holding position, wrestling in every area. You can't stop wrestling with that guy, and it's pretty much the same with everyone. You got to put up my best match every time I step out there.
Now, are you and Alex going for the longest hair contest?
Yeah, I think I'm winning right now. So
I got it cut not too long ago.
You got the cut?
I just got it cut like a week ago.
Man, Tyler, I think he's got you beat, buddy.
Oh yeah, I'm getting pretty long, so probably about time to let it go.
I don't know. I think you should grow it out. You should grow the beard out too.
Yeah.
All right, so Alex, you had a pretty awesome season last year. You got 3rd, right? Actually, I picked you to win NCAAs before the tournament started. And people said,
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hey, it's on the map if you want to go check that out for sure. Yeah. So talk about your first year. I mean, that was your freshman year, your experience, and how you transitioned from that first year where you weren't on the radar necessarily coming in, but now you are. You got 3rd last year. You're ranked number 2 now. So talk about that transition for you.
Well, now I got a lot of confidence coming from taking 3rd last year and then going Junior Worlds and taking 2nd. So I think just having just being positive, and it's wrestling's a lot about mindset. So just being positive and having the confidence to go out there and win is what I'm taking this year.
Yeah. Now, you had a tight match with St. John in the semifinals. And you had a match earlier with them before. You closed the gap in the semis. Take me through that match, the emotions of that match. That's got to be some sort of driving factor for you this year, right? I mean, and he's still the top guy.
Yeah, I mean, I was standing around a lot that match, so I think just this year I got to focus on we're focusing on my attacks and not letting him get his offense going. So I think just if I'm on my attack, I don't think anyone can stop me.
Man. Oh yeah, one thing I did see. I don't know if you caught this, James Green talking trash to Dylan Ness over Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Now he's moving up a weight too, so that makes your weight class even tougher. I mean, you've wrestled him in the past, so I mean, what are your thoughts on him moving up, making the weight class even deeper?
Yeah, I like competition, so I don't really mind it. I mean, me and Dylan have been wrestling since high school, so I think me and him would be a good matchup to wrestle against each other, and it'd be good for the fans to watch. So I think I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah. I will say, Coach, that Alex was the political one of the group. He had the good responses. He wasn't trash talking, so kudos to you. But yeah, Trent, you got anything else for our guys?
Sure. Alex, you talked a little bit about the mental side of wrestling. The college season is such a grind, and then you go through the summer. Having been through that as a freshman, now it's your sophomore year. Is it hard at all to not get burned out? Do you have to do anything to make sure that doesn't happen?
Not really. I mean, if you feel like you're getting burned out, take a week off. Just go down a little bit. So I think just keeping the right mindset. Exactly. Just being positive and always thinking about getting better. So.
Take the week off, huh, Alex?
Yeah, I mean, if you're burnt out.
When have you taken a week off?
Right after season last year.
Oh, yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
Good answer.
Getting you in trouble, man. All right, so this one can go to any of you guys. I'm curious what your thoughts are on Bedlam. It should be a great year. I mean, it's a great rivalry, one of the best we have in college. I mean, what do you guys think about that? You're wrestling them twice, and they think they're coming. I think they're going to get it this year. So what do you guys think on that? Caldwell?
I was glad to get that first Bedlam out of the way last year. Like I said last year, I mean, that was a lot of pressure. I knew a lot of people were wanting to see me go in there and get beat. I had a real tight match, and I got that first one out of the way, and now it's just another match to me.
Yeah. Coach, you got any thoughts on Bedlam this year?
Yeah, Bedlam's a great match this year. Appears to be on paper, we're underdogs, I guess you'd say. It's been a long time since we played that role. And in the end, Bedlam is a big match. It's those matches you remember. It's not about it's not going to dictate the outcome of your season, but it's darn sure matches that you remember. And for that reason, they become a little bit more important. And we know that they got a good team, and we know they're excited about the opportunity of maybe turning the wins and losses around. But I'll tell you, we'll be ready to wrestle. We'll look forward to it, and we'll definitely show up.
Cool. First Bedlam's December 1st, right?
Yeah, December 1st. Sunday
of Thanksgiving. I'll be there at that one. I can't wait to see it. So we had a couple Twitter questions for you guys. Some of the fans wanted to ask you a couple questions. So I'll give this one to Chris. So what does it feel like to be wrestling at such an elite level? Is it more stressful to you or fun? Do you enjoy it?
Oh, I think you enjoy it. I mean, there's times it is stressful. I mean, when you're dealing with school and practice, and sometimes there's times you'll be in stressful situations, but it's enjoyable. I mean, it goes by so fast, and it's amazing how it's already been 5 years, and we're down to our last year. And I mean, I've loved every minute of it. I wouldn't change anything. Even the year that I struggled, it's what got me to where I needed to be, and I've loved every minute of it. You don't get the opportunity to wrestle in front of big crowds and big arenas. I've always, getting the chance to wrestle in the NCAA tournament's awesome. I mean, even in a fan standpoint, it's great to even watch. And it's something, yeah. I mean, it can be both. It's stressful and it's fun, But you got to kind of take it all in and love it all.
And do you remember those pink and green school outfits you had to wear?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to find a picture of those I could screen share with everyone, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, those were back in the day.
Yeah, those were pretty awesome, I have to say.
Yeah.
All right, man. So Caldwell, why did you guys, or why did you start wrestling? What made you get into wrestling?
My dad wrestled in high school. My uncles wrestled. My mom's side of the family wrestled. So I was just kind of born into it. I actually wanted to play basketball, so I'd play basketball every day at recess and come home and tell my dad I want to go to basketball practice, and he's like, "Get in the car, we're going to wrestling practice." So I was just kind of forced in, to be honest, and then fell in love with it, and then kind of wanted to go back and play basketball again. My dad shut that down real fast, so I don't know. I just had a passion for it, and it's just been a part of my life ever since I was 5 years old. So.
I think it worked out for you a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think basketball is really my sport.
All right, man. Trent, you got any more questions for our guys before we let them go?
Yeah, I want to give one more to Chris, being an Oklahoma guy. You get the NCAAs right in your backyard this year. How excited are you about that?
Oh, it's great. I mean, more fans, more Oklahoma State fans, more OU fans, Oklahoma fans that have been watching me grow up, and you get that support. But I mean, I was here when it was here last time, and I thought the best year Nationals ever was in Oklahoma City. I think everything's right there for the fans. I mean, I was a fan at that time, so now it's just my hotel and the arena all I need to worry about. But yeah, I think it's great. Don't have to travel far. You don't. You're basically doing your last weight cut in your backyard, and everything that you need's right there for you. And family's there, parents, everything you need, and it's great. I think it'll be a good atmosphere, and I think it'll be a lot of orange and a lot of red.
Good deal, guys. Thank you guys for coming on. I know you guys are busy, got a busy schedule. When are we going to see you guys up next? You guys got a duel coming up, I'm assuming.
It's next Sunday.
Next Sunday?
Yeah.
Good deal. So
We wrestle this weekend, ranking matches on Sunday here in Gallagher Arena. And then the following week on the 17th, we open our season with Bucknell at home. So it's here, and it's time to get it going.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Richard.
Appreciate it.